It's a certain kind of satisfaction whooping his ass.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yes, you are.
There you go. Score it in. 21, check back 21. We ain't giving up nothing yet. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Prescott yet again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Good. Check back. 47. Mike 21, check back 21. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Check my 21. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check 99. Check 99. Wait, slow. My ball. Here we go, 47. Zoom. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And both of them was hot routes. And they were hot routes. They weren't even the same play today. Okay. Hey, well, shut up then, man. It's on
1st down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Elliott a 1st down and more. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here we go, 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
They're being disrespectful, boys. You hear that?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Hey, Charlie.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I didn't actually run with him. I ran what he was doing.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check. Fresno. He's coming. We got double up. Watch safety creep.
Elliott. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Go. Get out there. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Watch the twins. Check 52.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Ricky, swerve. Hey, kill. Check, Mike 21.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guys have.
The battle for it, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fuck!
Down. Hey, 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. 180.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Not today, you are. Not today. White Monday. 29.
Here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run with Elliott. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And shedding through the tackle. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Throwing his car on third down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
64, weak.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
734.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
This a quick pass to Davis. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Robert Quinn able to get him for a loss of about 3. Jacobs now. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Cowboys have recovered.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
55.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, wide open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37.
From the way he threw that motherfucker, I had the possession pitch. I couldn't even grab it.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. I know what I want.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Prescott now from the 50. Oh! That is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Thank you for reminding me, man. See what the hell am I thinking? Yeah, go for it. I'll give out a punt. We ain't gonna like to see the outcome.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Come on, man. God damn.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking from the gun. It's caught. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Carr now on 3rd and goal. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
For a first down at least.
Prescott to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go to Elliott again.
Man, why can't you block him?
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When I snapped the ball, it made sense.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
No, it was sticky. I already looked.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation? And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
I want to like do nothing crazy like that right there, and then like you do a pressure kick, I miss it, and you get the ball right there, get a quick little. Oh, you ain't got no timeouts. Well, you're right. But if I'm a miss and you end up with the ball back anyway, I'd rather you have it further back. So I don't too often give up 80 and 90-yard touchdowns on 1 or 2 plays, so I was comfortable doing that.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
I mean, I'm going
EA
back
Sports.
full circle. You know,
With that, we say good night
running cover 4
from
all the time.
Oakland.
Like I'm getting too complicated. I'm finna go back to my shit. And just yes, Fat Boy done disappeared. At least give him a call, man. Yeah, I didn't realize I was on a losing streak against you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On first down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming after you.
To throw is Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. 2, 3.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Cooper was the target there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott now. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
Oh, here we go. Oh, switch. Go, get out there. No.
Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Carr going to throw. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Let's go. Hey, we got 29. 29.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 55 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Will Compton coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Go 46. 46.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, that's complete to Cobb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. First down, Prescott. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack on first down, Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
24 is the mic. Watch the screen, 26.
Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
There we go, kill.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott going to come up first and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive.
You better hustle. Let me know right now. You better bring. 24 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To the air again, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I'm coming. Hey, switch gears. There we go, kill. Check 13. Check 13.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
I just say a motherfucking thing, nigga. Put words in my goddamn mouth, nigga.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now a timeout taken. That's a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
You're mine. Right there. 50 right down. 54 mine. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Express. Show it up.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
That nigga shouldn't even count that shit. You should be
so on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll cut the lead
Cooper
back
gotta
down
be
to
wide
4
open
now at
down there.
14-10.
Otherwise,
So
any
yes,
kind
they'll
of
still
touch,
be
if I
down
jump
going
any
into
kind of way,
intermission, but
get
the
hit, they
deficit is
drop the
now
ball.
made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Such thing as a loss. We taking win call.
Final play of the half. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Did he
First
tackle? What
half in
happened?
the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that, Tony.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Why was Byron Jones? And I said you was wrong. And you wrong. And you wrong.
Hey, alert 3. Check 9. Shift. Kill.
Prescott on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A second down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
47.
Third and long for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second and 10, Carr, they almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
47. 54, 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. On second down, Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Again, it's Elliott, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Here we go, 46, 46. Watch that. Check, 46.
Fourth down, Prescott. He's looking long for Witten. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, 36 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that.
I don't want to go to the bullshit, man. You know I was running that shit last year and shit, because y'all was always talking shit, but I was running on goal line.
Something like that's supposed to happen in that situation.
Come on, man.
You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
I'm just saying acknowledge that, and I'm done with it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, I'll hit you back, brother. I'm going to do that right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go!
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Darian Thompson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Kill. Turn up. Raider 2. Raider 1.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now a carry for Jacobs. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Bravo. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Apparently. I was there. You're asking me to answer the question based on a name, but if I'm going by what I see, yeah, I know who he is. But he said he wanted me to go off his reputation. If I'm seeing what I'm seeing now, he's a bum.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him.
I'm tired of getting sacked every time I think I got a touchdown, man.
It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set
I hope they
forward.
release that nigga and get another left tackle. We always getting holding penalties, getting whooped. Pressure coming in like he ain't shitting no goddamn more. Get him out of there.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
4th and 11. We got to play for 4th and 11. Yeah, coach. Who can make a play? Me. Well, let's see.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Done. 21, check Mike 21. Rip. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. 65. 26.
Prescott from the gun. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is, Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Yeah, take responsibility, man.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the illegal forward pass also cost them a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
6-18.
Carr now to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now on 1st down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 47 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
A dime, one.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions,
damn, man, like, for real, man, y'all niggas is that bullshit.
from the receivers.
What blitz? Nigga, I didn't make no adjustments. I didn't make no adjustments. All I did was move it down. All I did was move it down to the line.
Touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
God damn.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Carl Joseph, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
54 miles. Big stop, G. Big stop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
I mean,
and when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
4 yards,
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 31. Check 31.
This is Elliott. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 35. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And when you told me that shit, J. Hall, I sit there and told you, nigga, I was already doing that shit. But it don't really make no difference to me. I just double team him to the best player. Did I not say that to you?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott.
Like I ain't double team nobody.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 35 yards.
Just tell me I can't run on you. You double team the other man.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all.
That's the operative word, operative phrase, trying to run the ball. You said I can't run on you, and I'm arguing that I'm not trying to run the ball.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
Nobody, nigga.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They're trying to take my credit with some shit they done told me. Get out of here. We don't need that shit.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a 1st down. But I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'm going.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Hey, 2-2.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Before allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
When I send my update, I put it on yours instead of mine, so I'm gonna have to make the correction.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,
it was 47 when we started. I just won 2 in a row.
It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long.
I just won 2 in a row. The first game we played in this one. That's 49-28. You ain't won a game. You ain't won a game. We started out with 28, and it's 49-28. Okay. 8. And I won 2 games, 49-28. It don't take all that energy, J. Hall. What? It should be. That's what I'm saying. It don't take all that, man. It's easy. Thank you. It's easy math. Quick, fast. I mean, I'll do my best. Good defense. Rico said he on the way, man. What you got for me, J. Hall? What's your Rico record? Now you got 12 games. Yep. J. Hall put you on the clock. Say I need got 3 minutes left. Challenge sent, fat boy. Challenge sent, nigga. Got to make adjustments for my opponent, man. I can't have cookie cutter Madden game plans no more.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. Elliott going to be hit. He picks it up, loose football. It's picked up by the Titans, and his crew will take over.
Oh, man, come on, man.
35-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check three. Switch it.
Tannehill now to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Check four. Switch.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
You must be dreaming.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on second and 6.
Go. Get out there. Motion. Mike, we're going to 54. Right here. Watch the slant.
Prescott down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check. Here we go, 47. 54, Mike, 54, 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Blue draw, forfeit. Sit.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And that's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Niggas starting to piss me off, man.
Staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
That's bullshit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Right there. 54, right?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of his first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Coming to you. Coming to you. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even.
And now
bullshit,
this is
man.
Intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
46.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This nigga can't outrun a fucking lineman, dude. Come on, man.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A fucking lineman.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
General West. Check 6 down. 5.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Get it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. I got you, boy. Tight dog. Shoot.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, right 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
36.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We go work.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Get off the field. Hey, watch that. Hey, 47. 54. Mike, 26.
Now Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. 26.
Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll roll him out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go to Elliott again. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Switch. Safe. Check. Hot route.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th and goal.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Maher able to put this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hello?
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 94. I got it. Hurry.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want to.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Tannehill now to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. All day, dog. Check. Sure. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
They go play action here on first down. And the Raiders have got him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Now Carr. to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Let's go, D.
On 1st down, Carr. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
54, right, 54. Me and you won't get
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
right now. Right there. 180. Hey, we're good. 180.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 49-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch 18, watch 18. Check my 21. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper. 3rd down here.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Cooper was the intended target.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Carr now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some space here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 32 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Prescott now. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
24 is the mic. Slam. Check 50. Check 50. Watch the safety creep.
A first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Check it back.
Prescott on first down. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Watch out.
First and goal.
Now Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Let's go. Under. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 46.
The final play of the half. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Maher is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Yeah, man. God damn it.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Kill. 93.
From the 25 on second down. Carr, he's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Raiders. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Right there.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Caught by Cobb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 43 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, and he's going to go down again.
Damn, man. Block.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Prescott to throw it. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
To throw again. Carr looking downfield for Jim. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
There was a user, nigga. I was playing him the whole time.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal
I don't know what he
separating
said
these two teams.
I was playing Heath the whole damn play, nigga. User, let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here, right here.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Any weapon. 694.
Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
6:37. Go, go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
You're mine. 54. Hey, wahoo! 54. 3 bars, 3 bars. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Ready? Mike's 5-4. Mike 7:34. White Monday down. Yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Carr going to go on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Overthrown. Okay, what happened then? If he ain't overthrown, what happened? God damn.
Target. He's crashing. He's checking.
On first down, it's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
55. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 52. Go. Get out there. 47. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Marr is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
6-18. Hey, Alpha. 55, my God, 55. We ain't giving him nothing today. Check, 50.
Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Carr now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. 55. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Check 24. Check 24. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go, here we go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Later 9. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 55. Mike. Hey, Delta. Tackle. Get down, get down.
To throw is Carr. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
185. Hey, exit. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55 is my guy, 55. Rabbit. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 50. Express. Like a Raider 2. Mike 55, Mike 55. That's it.
From midfield, here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
734. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming for you. Mine. Check.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot. Mike 55. Mike 55. Express.
One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.